loves her big brother Finn. He makes her laugh and her belly chuckles are like music to our ears.
She likes to play hide and go seek, even though her hiding places aren't very hard to find.
What I really love about Tallulah is her resilience and her joy. Despite all of the trauma that she's been through and all of the things that have been taken away from her, she seems determined to get all of those things back, and she's hell-bent on laughing all of the way. We were lucky enough to be able to have a home birth, and she actually was so calm that she came out in her caul, which is the amniotic sac that surrounds a baby when they're inside the womb. It was really special, it was really magical. When Tallulah was 7 months, she was just starting to crawl.
She was hitting every milestone that was expected.
She was sitting up strong and feeding herself and babbling a lot.
She'd just mastered crawling. She was now like, I need to get to places and explore and be adventurous and smell and touch. And I remember on one weekend, Tallulah had a monitor in her cot. She was crying, and suddenly there's no sound anymore. And I looked at Gold and went, she stopped crying. We gave each other a high five. And then we looked over at the monitor and we just see this baby bouncing up and down in the cot. And that sticks with me because that's the last time.
That's the last time that we saw her stand by herself. Very quickly we became cognizant that she wasn't crawling as much as she used to. She would crawl a couple of steps and her body would just collapse underneath her. Suddenly she was crying out and just sitting. Then she wasn't even sitting. Her voice disappeared. That's when we realised that this wasn't a bug, this wasn't a virus. The doctors told us that she had hereditary spastic paraplegia type 56. It's also referred to as SPG 56. They told us in the most comforting way that they could that this was a progressive disease. Their hand would move in this direction when they spoke to us. And as a mother and a father, you just don't know how to take it when somebody tells you your daughter is going to live like this. This disease starts its attack on little children, usually between 1 and 2 years old, and continues at varying speeds and severity. Most of the kids lose their ability to stand or walk and talk, and this is what happened to our Tallulah Moon.
As the generation progresses, this life-limiting condition can take away Tallulah's ability to swallow, can cause her to develop seizures, and to lose her cognitive abilities. We're in a race against time.
We immediately started to look for support, so we contacted the Hereditary Spastic Paraplegia Research Foundation in Australia. And it was there that we started to find out about research, about hope.
When Chris and Golden first proposed looking for treatment for Tallulah, my first thought was, it's possible for us to do that. If we found a drug for Tallulah, then we could take to other kids around the world, Australia and the world, who've got a similar mutation. We've been very happy with the progress in our research in the last year because from the meeting with Golden and Chris, we've now got a project going at Griffith University with collaborators at the University of Queensland. Philanthropic funds are essential to get this work going. If it gets going well, it can then lead to the more competitive or other competitive sources like the government funds.
The reason there isn't currently a cure, it's simple. The big players fund the research to find the cures when there's money to be made. And there's no money to be made in rare diseases. But we are going to save lives and a cure is within reach.
Essentially, SPG 56, the disease that's taking away our daughter, is caused by one faulty gene. And genetic science can edit that gene or replace it. This gene therapy is happening already, but the science is expensive. With your help, we will be able to move that same science that is being done for other children and other diseases to SPG 56.
The science is there. The doctors, the labs, the researchers, they need $3 million to make this happen, to save Tallulah Moon and to find a cure for this disease.
We've already invested in the first year's research with our family's funds, but we need to raise awareness. We need to raise funds to keep this going. Now we're starting a foundation to propel genetic cures forward, and its first mission is our Moon's mission, to cure SPG 56.
With your help, we can give Tallulah the gene that she needs to enable her body to crawl, to walk, to laugh, to talk, to dance again.
Donating to us and progressing this science won't only help Tallulah. With every breakthrough for each of these genetic diseases, we learn more about methods and solutions that can be used for other genetic diseases that affect 1 in every 20 children.
This is one that we know we can win, and we can win it with your help.
We're in a race against time and this disease. Please donate today with anything that you can and join us on this journey. Let's change the future for kids like Tallulah Moon.